Well, hello y'all, and welcome again to the Texas Special YouTube channel. If you are a new subscriber, I hope you like what you see. Hope you hit that subscribe button. If you are a returning viewer or subscriber, I appreciate the love and support you show the channel with each and every single view. This month's HO scale product review is going to be this 40-foot plug door CSX Track Cleaning Boxcar. Now, by this point you've probably seen this little guy here running around the railroad in the fun run and ops videos. This guy has been a very essential car in my fleet, helping keep the track maintenance to a minimum and making it kind of fun. You know, cleaning track and running a train at the same time. Who wouldn't take that deal? I know I damn sure would. So, let's do a little bit of a deep dive here, take a closer look at this guy. Alright, so this guy represents just a generic 40-foot plug door boxcar with a modern road name. Now, I occasionally see plug door boxcars running around on the regular. I don't see a whole lot of 40-footers nowadays. It is what it is. This car is slightly undersized, or at least appears to be, but it does the job quite well. Throwing some additional light on it there, you can see there's a little small nick in the finish, but that's fine. It don't make it scrub any worse or better. You can see all the door latching and the rails for the doors are cast onto the body. You got a little small stirrup step right here, cast on way billboard right there, and some load and weight information here, cast on grab irons. The stirrup step here is unfortunately broken off, and you've got a cast on ladder right here. You can also see there is a roof catwalk. That catwalk is a one-piece plastic roof. It is separately applied, but unfortunately not see-through. It's a little thick to be scale proportion, but this is an older car. The car came with number 5s already installed, but I did have to replace the KD number 5 on the B end of the car with a KD number 147 whisker with an offset shank. The coupler, for whatever reason, on that end of the car with the regular number 5 was drooping down a little too low, so I had to put the offset coupler in there to kind of raise it up a little bit to get it to couple up better to other cars, because it was getting some high-low action there and uncoupling fairly easily. I don't see it getting any better, but there is a shot of the 100-ton roller bearing trucks that this car has. Alright, so here's a shot of the underside of the car. As you can see, very minimal frame detailing, but that's not the important thing to notice on the underside of this car. You'll see there that abrasive pad, essentially a bright boy, strapped to the bottom of this car. This plate that it's mounted to is sprung so that tension remains even on both rails. I'm gonna admit fully, I have no clue what brand name this thing is, so again, you veteran HO scale guys, if any of this car's spotting features is howling a specific brand name to you, feel free to drop it in the comments below. It would be much appreciated, because it is kind of bugging me a little bit not knowing what kind of car this is. Well, I know what kind of car it is, but what brand it is rather. You can see there a shot of the draft gear, the body mounted knuckle couplers. There's really not a whole lot going on the underside of this car aside from that pressure pad with the abrasive track cleaning pad. Alright, now here we got a shot of the roof. Like I said, solid one-piece, separately applied walkway, brakeman's walkway. Unfortunately, not see-through, but it's at least not cast onto the car. You have some nice rivet detailing on the roof of the car. You can see the individual panels that make up the roof. Nice evenly applied paint. There's no thin spots, there's no cracking or flaking, and there's actually pretty darn good separation between the blue and the silver. The blue on the body and the silver of the roof. Very nice crisp separation of the paint. Here we have the B end of the car. You can see that there is cast on handbrake chains and rods and whatnot attached to the simulated housing of the handbrake. You can see the separately applied handbrake there. You've got a car number up top in a prototypical spot and a cast on waybill board, another cast on ladder, a good shot of the KD number 5, and you have some polling pockets on either end right next to the stirrup steps. That tells me that this car, or at least the prototype of this car, is, if this car actually did exist, right around the merger when CSX was created, or possibly an assigned service car, maintenance of way or signal or something. And finally, the A end of the car. Identical to the B end minus all the brake equipment. I was able to pick this car up from a fellow Tesla club member for a whopping $2. And it has made layout maintenance not only easy, but actually kind of fun. Because like I said, I'm cleaning track, but I get to run trains, or at least run a train while I'm cleaning track. So, and Fat Boy ain't got to sweat or crawl into that real, squeeze into that real tight space between the back of the railroad and the front wall of the garage. So, definite plus there.